Parents who have disowned or genuinely stopped loving your child. What happened? I have disowned my oldest son. He molested my daughter, has been diagnosed as a sociopath, and we have restraining orders against. Hi monsieur, it isn't fun. And I never thought I would be that parent. Dated a girl for a long time who had been molested by her brother for years growing up. Her parents tried the whole, we need to move on. Forgive. Hi monsieur, he's our son. It fucked her shit up having to see him at holidays. She was cutting, drinking herself to sleep. Almost destroyed a very beautiful and amazing person. It got better when he went to federal prison for making and distributing child pornography and sex with so many underage girls. TL. Doctor, you absolutely made the right choice. Sorry, you had to make it. My parents disowned my oldest sister. She always struggled growing up more than us. She became a teen mom with a bad older dude. Partied a lot, etc. But my parents helped her a lot. They do okay for themselves, but had a no co-signing rule for all 6 of my siblings and I. Still, they co-signed for her house so she could get a head start. She didn't pay the mortgage for almost 3 years before my mom got served in front of all the other nurses at her work. My parents worked tirelessly to try to work out deals where my sister and her family kept the house and got some leniency, but to no avail, because my sister never showed up for court dates. During this time, she paid $12,000 for IVF and got pregnant with her 5th kid. When my mom demanded some of the money back, she accused my dad and my brother of beating her sons when my parents took them to Disney World. He didn't, and said she'd file a police report if he asked for money again. They kept asking, cause it wasn't true. She awkwardly joined us for Christmas and punched my brother in the face during the meal for humiliating her oldest son by asking him if he wanted to work at my brother's company for good pay. Her oldest son is in and out of jail, and my brother was trying to help him after his release, but her son said he didn't want a job and got mad. She then called the cops and told them the same brother had illegal guns in his truck, and they came on Christmas night and searched his truck. No guns found. Needless to say, she is not welcome anywhere near any of us, and my mom still cries about it, but refuses to talk to her again. My heart actually aches for your mom. A little different. I was disowned, but I deserved it. I was an addict and a mess for a long time. My mom couldn't keep bailing me out of trouble and watch me self-destruct anymore. I wasn't living at home. She came to see me one last time to tell me she was done. Not to contact her. She would no longer have anything to do with me. She was in pieces. I can't imagine how hard it must have been for her. But it was the best thing she ever did for me. Once she cut me off, my rock bottom came hard and fast after a little while of living on the streets and my addiction consuming me. I made my way to a detox center, got a few days clean under my belt, and never looked back. That was almost 15 years ago. After I was clean a little while, I contacted my mom, and little by little we built a relationship again. And now we're really close. I am forever grateful to my mom for letting me fall and letting me back into her life. That's beautiful. My ex-wife disowned my son. We both married young when I was in the military. High school sweethearts. She became pregnant 6 months into our marriage. I don't think she connected with him at all after he was born. The most that she did with him was Instagram photo shoots where she painted herself as #1 mommy. When he turned 3, I left the military. A year after that, she ran for the hills. I remember it like it was yesterday. I sat down with her at a local restaurant to talk divorce plans. We split all of our financials and material items down the middle. We finally got to custody for my kiddo. Something I dreaded to discuss because fathers never get in custody in my area. And she tells me I want absolutely no responsibility. I was taken back and I asked if she was sure. She was. That one sentence hurt me more than anything else that happened during that time. My biological father wanted nothing to do with me, and now I was seeing it happen with my own child. But with his mother, I received full custody and she married within a year afterwards. She had another child too. Her parents try their best to be a part of his life, but she still does her best to avoid him, monsieur. He's 7 now and used to it. But I know it weighs heavily on him, monsieur. Shit sucks ass, but it's life, I guess. Asterisk, I just woke up and saw all the upvotes, messages, comments, and awards. I want to say thank you so much. I didn't expect this level of response. I don't usually share something as personal as that. My kiddo is a very awesome kid that has shown great resiliency beyond his years. He had rolled through the tough times better than even I. I can just hope he doesn't question his worth because of what his mom did. I know I questioned mine due to my own father leaving, and that has left scars that will not heal. Well, thank you all again, and you all have a wonderful day. That's vile, and your son is lucky to have you. I'm sorry that you both have to live with this. I appreciate that. Although I'm not the biggest fan of hers, I still want my son to feel whole. I was a kid and my sister was much older when my parents were finally done with her. From my recollection, she went through the cycle of making one stupid decision after another. Even when they would tell her and show her why she shouldn't make that decision. Asterisk dropped out of college. They were paying for, and used the tuition money she was refunded to buy a Firebird. Then quit her job. Asterisk let car run out of oil. Kept driving it until the engine seized up. Asterisk parents bailed her out again, buying her what they could afford on one salary. A decent, used station wagon. Only catch, she'd take the job my dad called in favors for. Asterisk parents come home one day to find strange car in driveway. A Sunbird. It was old and shitty, but it was a 1-to-1 trade my sister managed to swing on the station wagon. Asterisk lo and behold, old and shitty car breaks down almost immediately and she simply stops showing up to work. Gets fired. Asterisk moves out with no car and no job, accusing parents of controlling her life. Asterisk moves back in 3 months later, upset that I have moved into her old bedroom, which is bigger, demands to be moved back into the bigger bedroom. Asterisk parents say no. She threatens to move out. Asterisk she goes on a semi-hunger strike about the bedroom, monsieur. Turns out she was shoplifting and stockpiling candy to eat so she wouldn't have to eat with the rest of the family. Asterisk during this time dates a number of less than stellar boyfriends, including a guy who is 30 years older, but drives a Porsche, a guy who had been convicted of sexual abuse, and another guy who generally creeps everyone out by jumping the fence and just standing in the backyard at all hours of the night. Asterisk eventually, she is told to pay rent, go to college, or move out. She chooses to move out, and is gone by the end of the week. I clearly remember her threatening to burn the house down as she left. Asterisk 2 months later, she asks to move back in because her roommate and best friend kicked her out. Parents say no, she's on her own unless she wants to go to college or get a job and keep it. Asterisk car breaks down again, for good, and calls and asks parents if they can buy a new one for her. Not new, as in new to her. New, as in brand new model year. My parents' newest car was 15 years old at the time. They say no, and not to call again. There were a whole raft of other things, too, including forgetting to pick up her grandmother from doctor's appointments, generally loving the existence of the rest of her family, and then, ironically, deriding the family as rednecks when she finally managed to hook a guy who was a small business owner and actually had some money. Anywho, it's been about 20 years since I've spoken to her, and, from the stuff I hear now and again through the pipeline, I'm better for it. I do expect her to come calling when my parents pass and she finds out I'm the sole heir. Greater than another guy who generally creeps everyone out by jumping the fence and just standing in the backyard at all hours of the night. Your sister dated Michael Myers. I just imagined Austin Powers standing in a backyard and thought, yeah, I guess that's the thing he would do. Now I realize that I'm a bit confused sometimes. My biological father divorced my mom and also his 3 kids, basically bouncing out of our lives and making it clear he wanted next to nothing to do with any of us when he left. Man, years later, at my older sister's funeral, that he had the fucking gall to attend. I asked him why he did that. He said, I thought it would be easier for everyone. He actually meant it was easier for him to run home to his wealthy family and enjoy a second adolescence while my single mother worked 2 jobs to feed 3 kids under 10 with 0 child support from Hi Monsieur. Our fathers are 2 in the same. Shitty. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.